असितिगिरिसमस्यात् कज्जलं सिन्धुपात्रेः सुरतर्वर्षाखं लेखनी पत्रमुर्वे लिखित यदि गृहीत्वा शारदा सर्वकालं तदपि तव गुणानां ईशपारं न याति। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदम् मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवम। We are taking the 34th stanza of chapter 13. This stanza is the last stanza of this chapter of Geeta. In this stanza, Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, is telling to Arjuna about the significance and the result to knowing the Kshetra and Kshetrajna division, the difference between the field and the field knower. क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञो रेवमन्तरं ज्ञान चक्षुषः भूत प्रकृति मोक्ष च ये विदुर्यान्ति ते परम्। क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञो एवमः अंतरं ज्ञान चक्षुषा भूत प्रकृति मोक्षं च ये विदुयान्ति ते परम्। एवं it means in this way kshetra kshetrajyo, it means the field and the field knowers. Antaram, it means the difference. Cha, it means and. Bhut prakriti moksham, it means the detached from nature and his functions. Kshetra, ye, it means those person. Jnana chakshusha, it means the eyes of the divinity. The divine eyes, the knowing eyes. Vidu, it means knowing exactly the existence. They, it means those person becomes the great divine souls. They called Mahatma. Param, it means extreme, supreme. And yanti, it means get or transform it into the Parabrahma, Paramatma. My dear Arjun, in this way, those person barely known the difference of the field and the field knower, and this exact knowing bring a miraculous change. That is the nature and its functions and the characters. They separate from the consciousness of existence. So When a person stands in this stage of the divinity, we say that person has a divine eyes of knowing. The divine eyes of knowing, and this knowing make a person the great divine and pure soul and the great divine and pure soul, they transform it into the Satchidananda Paramatma Parabrahma, the Supreme God. They can liberate from death and birth cycle. They awake in the consciousness, supreme consciousness. My dear friends, that was the meaning of the words of this stanza. Now we are taking the deep and the secret meaning of this stanza by the grace of Master Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva. They are one, not twos. My dear friend, the Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, came on this earth in the form of a human. But he was not human. He was the master of the millions of galaxies and billions of the universes. He was not a man, he was the miraculous presence of God existence in the form of the Krishna. Krishna is very merciful. Krishna is very loving and the great master of this world. He take like a medium Arjuna and put this supreme knowledge of liberation, that is the nectar of the immortality, for the all seeker of the world. Geeta is not a book. Geeta is the secret spiritual science. Geeta is not the book of the Hindus. Geeta is the book for the universe. Geeta never said in even a word Hindu in his total 700 stanzas. Geeta is a universal, spiritual, liberating nectar for all over the world and the humanity. My dear friend, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, because Arjuna is the loving person of the Krishna, as you are my loving person. My dear friends, Krishna is telling Arjuna, in this way, if a person knows by the meditation practices, a person knows by the guidance of an enlightened master, a person knows by the help of the spiritual, special, secret techniques given by the master. When the person knows not only by the brain, not only by the words, not only by the books, but the person knows himself inside of his experience of the meditation. He knows that all the field, what is the field? Krishna already told about it in the previous stanzas. About the field and field knower, both are separate. The field is the material, the field is the nature. The field is the physical, micro and causal body. The field is the natural phenomena. The field is the activity in the nature. The field is all materialistic world. Even a planet or solar system or the galaxies and the millions galaxies, they are all field. But in these galaxies, in these planets, in these solar systems, one thing is remaining, that is one consciousness, that is one spiritual presence of existence. that is one soul, that is one supreme omnipresence, omnipotent power. The power is only presence and all things automation by the nature. If a person knows this thing, not only by the words but on by his experience, then what will be happen? When he knows the difference between his inner soul, that is called Atma, that is called consciousness, that is called life, that is called presence of God inside. If a person knows separately from all the nature, then what is happened? He will detach from all the nature and its work, its phenomena, its happening, its character, satoguna, rasoguna and tamoguna, everything. And he knows that the God exactly in which form living inside of him. That is called the freedom from all karmas theory. That is called the freedom from all foundations. That is called the freedom from all prisons of the Maya, mesmerism. That is called freedom for the hypnotism of the Maya. That is called the real existing God knowing. That is called complete liberation from death and birth cycle. My dear friends, you cannot get this spiritual truth anywhere in any religion of the world, because this is not religion, this is spirituality. So my dear friends, if a person knows this thing in the language of the spiritual science, we say that his divine eyes is open. My dear friend, do not be misguided. Between your two eyes there is divine eyes, many persons and books says that is wrong. The divine eye is not physical eye. The divine eye is not Kundalini sadhana. The divine eye is not laying inside of your both eyes. Divine eyes is a very keen ability to knowing inside. That is called divine eye. The knowing is very sharp and very keen and keenest. You can see inside. That ability is called divine eyes. This divine eyes gives you the exact knowledge of existence. That is called Tattva Jnana. That is called Brahma Jnana. That is called Buddhatva. That is called Paramhansatva. That is called Jivan Mukta. So that stage, a person come in that state, that is called Mahatma. Mahatma is the great and greatest soul, and that Mahatma is the enlightened masters in this universe, and that is the rare and rarest person in this world. You can find many persons, they have long beard, long hairs, turban, they have the orange cloth or white cloth and other things, but they are not Mahatma because they do not know the internal side of the existence. They are not separated from the all illusion of the nature and its functions. They are floating in the functions of the nature. So my dear friend, the Sadguru, the Satchidananda, the master, the real master is the rare and rarest on this earth. So dear friends, when a person comes in the stage of the Mahatma, he transforms it into the God Almighty. And this stage is called Atma Jnana. This stage is called Atma Jnana. My dear friend, the Krishna is telling to Arjuna again and giving a summarized knowledge about this stanza and some of these precious things in this chapter. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, my dear Arjun, your physical body is a field. Your physical body has the 10 senses, 5 senses of knowing and 5 senses of doing. These all are the first layer of your field. When you see inside, by the seeing of the Sakshi meditation, when you see inside, you become the seer, you become the watcher, you become the witness. Then you will be detached from your physical body. Then you will be detached from your 5 knowing senses, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your tongue, your skin touch ability. Then you will separate from these 5 knowing senses and then its functions, their functions. Then after, when you do this practice of meditation again and again, then you will be separate from 5 other sensory organs. They are the doing organs, the hand, the feet, the mouth, and the genital organs. And these 5 functional sensory organs, you will see they are not you. They are not you. Then you will support all, you will separate from all 10 sensory organs with the physical body. That is the first step towards the God. And when you do this meditation continuously, then what will be happen? Then your detachment will be go more and more keen. Then what happened? When you see your internal breathing coming and going, then you will be separate from the pranas. Then you will be detached from the pranas. Then you will be see you are not prana. You are not physical body. You are not senses. You are not sensory organs input and output. Then what will be happen? The next step, then you will see your mind. You will see your thoughts in the witnessing, as a seer, as a sakshi. Then what will be happen? Then you can completely see your mind. You can completely know your mind. And when you see your mind, when you know your mind, you can separate and you can detach from your mind. Mind will become your instrument. Breath is become your instrument. Eyes will become your instrument. Ears will become your instrument. Nose will become your instrument. Physical body is become your instrument. Nowadays you are think that you are physical body and you are physical body conscious person, and you do not know beyond the physical body, you do not know beyond the sensory organs, you do not know beyond your mind, you do not know beyond your thoughts. You are floating in the thoughts. Anger thoughts come, you will become angry. Greedy thoughts come, you will become greedy. Sex thought comes, you become sexy. And hunger thoughts come, you become hungry. Violence thoughts come, you become violent. So you are floating on the thoughts, and thoughts taking you as they want. But by this meditation, thoughts cannot become your governor. Now you become the governor of the thoughts. Thoughts cannot push you in the anger. Thoughts cannot push you in the greediness. Thought cannot push you in the unpleasantness. Thought cannot push you in any unwanted condition. That what will be happen? Then your anger will go, your greediness will go, your violence will go, your unpleasantness will go, your sadness will go, your tension will go, and then you conquer your mind and you will be detached from your mind. You know that you are not mind. Then after you do the practice more about the meditation, that the keen stage, more keener stage comes when you see your intellect. After the mind, your intellect can make you full. The intellect put the justifications in front of you and you will be agree with the justifications. You can flow with the intellect. But you do the meditation more and more, then your ability becomes more and more keen. Then what will be happen? You can see your intellect, and intellect become your instrument. And after this, you comes in mood. Mood, it means your consciousness to subconsciousness and subconsciousness to unconsciousness. Then now you are enlightened in the physical body, in the sensory organs, in the breath, pranas, in the mind, in the intellect, and now you must be enlightened in your mood. You see, unnecessarily sometimes you become sad, unnecessarily you sometimes become a joyful person, unnecessarily you sometimes become a idle person. You want sleep, there is no need sleep, but you want sleep. So this changeable condition of mood, when you go inside deep in this meditation, then you will see that your mood. And when you see your mood, and when you complete these stages, then the preparation of the real meditation is finished. Now the real meditation is coming. My dear friend, this is not meditation, this is only the preparation of the meditation. The real meditation you cannot do. The real meditation comes. The real meditation is a guest, notification guest. He can come anytime, anywhere. So the meditation is a phenomena. The meditation is like an occurrence. The meditation like an addendum achievement. Meditation you cannot do. Meditation comes. Meditation is the gift of the God existence. So when you prepare by this way, by the Sakshi, by the witnessing, then the Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma and your master, because your master is standing in front of you, that is the form of the Sadguru Satchidananda Paramatma. He is the visible Brahma. He is the visible, your Almighty, like God. Then the Sadguru bless on you and meditation comes. And meditation comes, then you stay in the meditation every time, when you bathing, when you eating, when you sleeping, when you talking, when you dancing, when you walking, when you driving car, every time you sit in this meditation. Then honestly you do this meditation. I want to warn you, I want to give you some warning. Please respect the Sakshi. If you do not respect the Sakshi, then the meditation will not come. When you do this meditation, then what will be happen? Then in your internal side, there you can see some changes. When you do this meditation, then 101% you feel the very, very nice peacefulness. You feel the peace. You feel the happiness. You feel the fearlessness. No fear, no tension, no worried, no dilemma, no doubts. This meditation clear all your doubts, all your dilemmas, all your worries, all your uneasiness. You feel like a feather. You feel very, very lightly. You feel very, very happily. You feel very peacefully. You feel very nicely. Then after what happened? Then I want to give you one example. When you awoke in the 4 o'clock in night and you come out and see the sky, you see sky everywhere is the equally dark. But when the time is going 4:30, 4:55, then you see that in the east there is something, the dark is lighter in the east and darker in the west. When you see after some time in the east there is some inflorescence, then the flowering of the light is coming. You see that even there is no sun, but the sky change the color. Sometime orange color, sometime blue, sometime you see that sky see a different type of colors, yellow color. Then you can understand the sun is rising after some time. The same thing happen inside of you. When you do the meditation some long time, I do not tell you the limit of time, because the limit of time in the individual different. I will tell you maybe 3 months or 1 year or 2 hour or year or 3 year. There is no time limit. So then you see the inside of you, you see that something is in you. Something is different from the meditation. Something is standing continuously. Something is immortal in you. This stage is called that morning type stage, and we named this stage the Bhana stage. The Bhana stage. Bhawan, Bhana stage. Then this stage grow inside of you, and you respect this stage. In this stage, you are clear-cutly understand the field, and now you are standing in the field, no one. This is the evoking of the field, no one. Then if you stand in this Bhana avastha some long time, then the sun will rise. It means your being, inside your being exactly, that is arise, that is you, that is existence, that is Atma, that is Atma Jnana. Then you Atma Jnana. If you stand in Atma Jnana, then you see that in all over the universe, all the nature, all the material, all the bodies, all the gunas, they are separate from you. Then you will stand in the real life, you stand in the real presence of you. Then you will stand, really you are standing in the supreme knowledge. And this supreme knowledge, this awaken, the Sadguru Krishna says, this is the divine eyes. And this stage never comes without the great grace of the Master. It is only comes by the grace of the Master Sadguru. My dear friends, then all things enlighten in you. You can see separately everything. You can see the Paramatma and the Maya separately. You can see the mortal and non-mortality separately. And then one thing is come, that is the supreme pleasure of enlightenment. You become pleasant, supremely pleasant you become. Then what is happen? That you are transformed into the God existence. You totally become a living God on this earth. Then you are not blind. Your blindness of internal sight, your blindness of the knowing, completely gone. Your cataract on the eyes is operated by the Master, and now your vision is clear and crystal clear. So my dear friend, this is the technique to awaken from the sleep of the Maya. This is the technique of awaken from the subconsciousness and unconsciousness to the supreme consciousness of liberation. You can see as it is this world. You can see that what is the right and what is the wrong. And your all dilemmas, your all doubts and all your fear and all your untrueness, they are gone as the dark is gone in sunrise. Then this stage is called Atma Jnana. Now you have get the Atma Sakshatkara. Now you are supreme enlightened person, and you are never born and never die. This is the complete liberation stage of a person. So Geeta, Upanishads, Rishis and Munis and the great masters tell the equal thing. My dear friend, in the name of the divinity and spirituality, in this world, the many person doing the business in the name of the God, I want to say, be careful all of them, from all of them, and never caught in their conspiracy. You come inside, you do the meditation, you will see your God inside. You are really God, but you are sleeping God. You are not awakened. I want to awake you in the last stage of this godly liberation and consciousness. My dear friend, this Geeta is the nectar of Satchidananda Paramatma, and I am distributing to you this nectar for the ultimate liberation. Today, I want to appeal you. Please subscribe my channel on YouTube, and please told your friends and relatives they subscribe my channel on YouTube. Today in the India, a great festival, Deepavali. Today is 11 November 2015. I want to give all of you the blessings and best wishes of Deepavali to you and your family. But I want to give you that the real Deepavali will be when you will enlighten in the existence. Otherwise, that is not Deepavali. That is only the blind life. My dear friend, I want bless you, love you, respect you, and this is the end of chapter 13. The name of chapter is Kshetra Kshetragyo. Kshetra Kshetragya Vibhaga Yogo. Thank you very much. Love you very much.